The finisher's got to get to open ice, and she does a great job of bearing that puck.
Shot! And that goes off someone in front and doesn't reach the net. And he passes it up ahead to Jordan. Here's a sprint for the loose puck. And look at the hustle here as they wave off the icing, Cheryl.
Well, intangible, that is the word this coach is looking for. The aggressive ability to get on that puck and negate icing.
The Icebreakers scoop it up along the boards. Directs it on over to Brandon. He's over.
Stay down!
One save and just enough of it. Sends it over to Sabretooth. And now it's grabbed by Burns. They've got some momentum here, and it's off the iron.
The Icebreakers are trying to put the game away, but unfortunately that one hits the post and comes out, and this is a tough one to take. You have the lead, you want to extend it, and you certainly don't want to give any life to your opponent.
Sabretooths won the draw here in their own zone. Through the neutral zone and into the offensive end. Gets in front of it for the block. Oh, what a hit! He just played whack-a-mole.
Coaches always talk about pushing your opponent to a...
Oh, he had that corner, but he puts it off the outside of the post.
Boom!
And there it is, the power play goal lights the lamp. Plenty of playing time left in this frame. The Icebreakers have recently taken a 2-goal lead. They'd love to build on it. At center ice now, he grabs the puck. Jenkins has it in the defensive end. Shakes off the coverage. Fires it on net. Nice save.
Away, boys!
Scores! And look at that, they answer right back.
Well, the game is a hodgepodge of counters, and this is exactly what needed to happen. They were scored on, they respond quickly, and they find themselves in a favorable spot.
The Nighthawks have jumped right back into this one as they finally respond.
Well, they clawed their way back to within one, and this is the counter that a coach and the team is looking for. You want to put your opponent on their heels, and they've got them there now.
Reads it perfectly and comes up with the takeaway. Takes it at center. Play whistle dead, offside the call. More than half the period has gone by. Hope you're enjoying this one. The Nighthawks make their way back into the face-off circle, still in search of another goal. Puck is dropped and play resumes. Great positioning by the defender. The Nighthawks take over on possession. Looking to make something happen along the boards. The Icebreakers gain possession along the wall. Dishes it off. And there's the save of the play.
Lehman's last save has to give this team some momentum. I mean, that's a point-blank chance that he's able to take away. Just very aggressive and assertive in his crease.
And they win the offensive zone face-off. Now let's see if they can capitalize. Puck grab by Lee. The Icebreakers have it now. Oh, here we go! Denies him in front.
Lehman found his rhythm here, James. Looking real nice in his crease, the way he's moving, taking away a huge opportunity for his opponent with that high-danger save.
Sabretooth won the faceoff. Moves it to Jenkins. And he slides it quickly to Gee. Oh, what a hit against the boards!
Executed perfectly, James. I mean, he can't maneuver. He's got nowhere to go. He's lined up, and then he's taken down.
Moves the puck to the attacking area. From the point, looks to make something happen. Feeds it over. Makes the save. Trying to shake the defender. What a stop on the breakaway. Lehman's going to hang on for a whistle. The Icebreakers lead it here late in this first period. The Nighthawks win the draw. Slides it across to Gee. The Icebreakers gain possession. Now a quick pass to Brandon. There's the whistle, icing the call. Just here in the late stages of this frame, the Icebreakers lead at 2-1 in what has been an entertaining game thus far. Puck is dropped and we are back underway.
Huge win by the center to give his team an opportunity to get out of his own
It's
after
only a
critical
game.
icing.
Why you have to be mad?
Down.
I think he has some fast twitch muscle fiber in there because I'm telling you, he makes that save. I thought that was going in, but he just reacts and keeps it out of the net.
The Nighthawks are going to be penalized for a boarding call here.
The end of a period in a tight game and you take a penalty, well, your PK unit, they've got to do a job and get you to the intermission.
Clock ticking down here inside the first period. The Nighthawks gain control of the puck against the wall. Oh, the stick folds on the play.
And that's a tough one, James, when you're in a prime scoring area and you have to get back to the bench as quick as possible. So you go from being there.
Shakalaka!
She makes it 1, 2, 3 for the hat trick.
I've really never been in a position, James, to look for number 4, but she certainly is. She's had a real dominant game tonight. You don't get those opportunities unless you have your legs under you, and she certainly found them. She's hit open ice, and she's executed.
A special night for her on the road. There's the whistle. We've got an offside. Puck possession so critical in today's game, and the official ready to drop the puck right here. The Nighthawks win the draw here in the neutral zone. There's the horn, ending the first period. Both teams will have a chance to regroup. You do you, and we'll be back with period number 2 in a moment. Both teams had a chance to recharge, and the official set to drop the puck here on period number 2. Second frame is underway as the puck is dropped. All right, partner, we've got a pretty good sample size of what we've seen in this one tonight. Your assessment?
The Nighthawks really need to clean up their business here, especially in transition. They're giving up way too many odd man rushes, and listen, they're capitalizing on it.
She grabs the loose puck, and look at this. She's on a breakaway. Oh, and he comes up clutch on the breakaway. Wow.
Well, goalies are always asking for breakaways after practice, right, James? For this very reason. They want to come up with the big save at the right time, and that's exactly what he does on this one-on-one battle.
Jordan's won the draw, and they're on the attack. Lee stick handling in his own zone. Puts it on net.
Shakalaka!
No. Finishes. Cheryl, this is unbelievable again.
We've lost track of how many goals she scored here. I mean, she's playing with such confidence. She's buzzing all around the ice, and she's attacking. You know when the puck's on her stick, she's taking the shot tonight.
Puck is frozen, and we'll get a face-off. Icebreakers have generated a lot of pucks on net and have turned more than a few of those shots into goals.
Here we go. They're dropping the gloves.
Well, this is a tone setter, isn't it? The emotions are at a heated, and they're ready to go.
And boom goes the dynamite after that one. Wow.
Oh, yeah, and he drops, right? And this can happen. Anytime you drop the gloves, there's going to be a winner and there's going to be a loser. Well, he's on the losing end of it.
Yep.
You have to pick your moments in a game, James, and this fighting is a product of picking a moment to try and rally the troops, if you will, and try and build some momentum in this game.
Did they find his tooth? I don't know if they did, but nevertheless, both teams lining up for the face-off. Wilson's won the draw here, and they'll go on the attack. Huge steal at his own end. Martinez takes it into the offensive zone. The Icebreakers get a hold of the puck along the boards. Into the offensive end now. Shot! Oh, how did he stop that? What a save by Lehman! And he slides it quickly to Cap. Quick shot! That's kicked away with the pad by Wagner. Beautiful feed up ahead from the right wing side. Moves it around along the half wall. The Nighthawks gain possession in their own end. Nice zone entry from the middle. Look at that hit. Maybe try to weigh down the opponents here. Picked up along the board by Cap. That's some smart heads-up defensive play by Dvorak. Oh, wow. Scores! Make it 3 in a row, and they're humming now.
Well, they certainly are. 3 in a row. They've got their opponents on their heels. It is a wave. You can feel it. The energy every single shift. They're getting it in. Well, that's a fabulous goal, and let's have a look at it again here. It is all based on the speed, the quickness to get by your opponent, and then to explode towards the net to create the chance that winds up going in.
Quick pass to Burns. Now over to Dvorak. Shot! Makes the save! Cool and calm under pressure. Good, solid check, and he loses control of it. Cuts to the paint. Fantastic save!
I knew what she was going to do with this puck the moment it hit her stick, James. I mean, you know she's a north-south driver, but she has a willingness just to take it to the paint. She does just that.
They'll be looking to keep that momentum going here in the face-off.
After that last shift, James, where they really press, they want to continue right there, get pucks to the net, because this goaltender will not want to battle net front. He's outworked already.
Taken by Cap. Slides the puck over. The Icebreakers have it against the wall. He's got a step. Oh, what a save. Who was that master?
Well, the goaltender gets right to the top of his crease. And I just love how technically sound he is, but he's also very athletic, so he covers a lot of ground. He does that to make the save.
It's only a game. Why you have to be mad?
Great opportunity there. Grabs the puck. Lays into the body.
The Nighthawks weren't ready to play right from puck drop. Now they find themselves halfway through this game, and the only good thing is they've got some time left to try and claw their way back in, but it's got to start now.
Hey, good hustle. They're going to keep playing.
Coaches love this type of play. I mean, there's a tenacity to it, an aggressive nature to keep your feet moving to get that icing waved off.
The Icebreakers have it now. Huge play in his own end to come up with the puck. Can't hang on to the biscuit after that. Slides it quickly to Brandon.
Stay down!
All alone! What a save by the Tendy there!
Well, he's exuding a ton of confidence, not sitting back in his neck, challenges and make the save. Well, you can certainly sense the frustration. I mean, they're getting blown out in this game, and he deploys that hit. You can see it in the body language right now by the entire bench. They're extremely frustrated.
The Nighthawks get a hold of the puck in their own end. Slides it to Jenkins. The Nighthawks carry it along the wall. Here's a shot! And that takes guts to get in front of that one. Gordon's moving the puck through his own zone. Breakaway! Penalty coming up. Scores! And I guess they won't need that power play after all.
Well, it's a delayed call, and it almost looks as that the defensive structure collapses, and man, do they take advantage.
Keats won possession. The Nighthawks move the puck in the defensive zone. Tried to get too cute with it and loses possession. Takes a shot. He scores! And someone's heating up with his second of the night.
Yeah, I expected he's going to be looking for the Hattie because he's been all around the paint tonight, James, just showing off his skill set.
The Icebreakers are laying the smackdown on the opposition tonight as we near the intermission, but it can't come soon enough at one end of the ice.
Well, yeah, you know that their opponent certainly wants it, an opportunity to reset and catch their breath. But for them, you know that they're going to go to that intermission. Now they're going to sit down, get out of rhythm. They don't want it disrupted. So you know that the leadership group's going to be talking about keeping the pedal to the metal. Sometimes you have those games where you just feel it, and she's feeling it tonight here. Every time that puck is on her stick, she's making something happen. And just look at her hat trick so far in this game here, James. She's having an impact on her teammates. She's having an impact on the score sheet. And you know it's entertaining, and it's a ton of fun when you're filling the net like she is tonight.
Delayed penalty looming. Answered the call on that play.
Stay there!
There's the whistle, and here's the call. Jenkins may not like it, but a pretty cut and dry call for the officials for interference.
Well, the refs are calling a really tight game, and man, this has been a parade to the penalty box, and the entire bench looks agitated, and as a result, they keep taking more.
There's the horn, bringing period number 2 to an end. 40 minutes down, 20 to go. Third period action is coming up. Welcome back. James Cybulski ready to bring you all the play-by-play. The Nighthawks kick off this period, trying to kill off this penalty, and they start with possession. Went for the dirty dangle, and it goes sideways.
A lot of these plays are looking very similar, James, and when it's not working for you, you want to try something different. How about a little jump and chase?
And the puck dies with the Trapper save.
Let's have a look at that last hit. I mean, that was absolutely huge, James. You know that this is a momentum changer. You can see the bench erupt with that one.
Jordan's won the draw deep in the defensive zone. Moves it ahead from off the wall. Goaltender covers it up, and we'll get a reset here.
He's been utilizing his skill sets to his advantage tonight here, James. And that doesn't always happen. You don't have the vibe, but he's had it tonight. The puck has been on his stick. He's been able to find the open player at all times in the offensive zone. A reason why he's got multiple assists in this one so far.
Cuts into the paint. Tremendous stop by Wagner.
This shot from the middle of the ice, and it has some heat on it, but he's ready and waiting for it. He's to position, and he makes the save. With a comfortable lead, James, some would say that power play really wasn't a big deal, but I would say different. It's really important that you... Wait a second, James. I believe there's going to be a call right there. An infraction happens.
And the puck stopper tags this man to get the extra attacker on the ice. There's the whistle. Let's see what the referee saw. The Nighthawks have been handed 2 for interference.
I just had a gander at the bench, and the energy and the body language. I mean, they're defeated, James, and now they have to kill off another penalty, down a bunch of goals. It's a tough one.
Jenkins takes it into the offensive end. Stops that one.
Wagner's done a good job making that save, especially because it's been a quiet night for him. It's been an offensive
All alone! Oh, and that chance falls apart.
That's a tough one, James. She's worked hard to get to that spot, and while she's looking and waiting, she's closing her space, and she runs out of room.
The Nighthawks will kill off a few extra seconds now. The Icebreakers gain control of the puck. Picked up along the wall by Lee. Big save by the goaltender watching that one. Oh, a quick little pickpocket on the play. The Icebreakers come up empty-handed on the power play. Both sides back to even strength.
Well, the positive part, James, is they're generating the calls. They're moving their feet, and they're getting them in their favor. But this power play unit has not capitalized once. They're going to have to find a way to execute if they want to keep momentum in their favor.
The Icebreakers win it. Puck picked up by Lee. Block shot.
Well, if you want to be on the PK, James, you have to know how to get in front of shots, and he does exactly that, taking away the threat.
Burns plays it now. Takes a spill onto the ice and loses the puck. Puts the puck on net. Gets a piece of it to keep it out. Huge hit in the corner. And he avoids the poke check with some great edge work. Sent into the offensive zone. Sends it quickly to Brandon.
It's only a game. Why you have to be mad?
Brandon's really struggling out there right now, James.
It's
Really
only a
laboring
game.
to get
Why you
off
have
of
to
the
be
ice.
mad?
Really wants to make sure he's defensively responsible, but he needs to get off.
Look out. Unwritten rule broken.
You said it right there. The unwritten rule in hockey, you don't hit after the whistle, and you certainly don't shoot the puck after the whistle. The home side is going to gain a lot of adrenaline after that win. Frustration, physicality, and that fight says it all.
Wilson's looking to win this draw on this man advantage here. The Nighthawks win the draw. The Icebreakers gain control of it. Breakaway! And as both teams are now back at even strength, the power play goes over on the opportunity.
You get the nod to go out there on the power play and make a difference, and you don't?
Oh, it's stayed out! It's stayed out! What a save!
Well, that's all Will, and this is going to elevate his team, no question about it, James. I mean, it was all but in him, and he comes from nowhere to make that save. Brandon's back on the ice after serving a 5-minute major for fighting, and he had an opportunity to rest and relax in the box. Sometimes fighting can take a lot out of you. He steps on the ice and gets a great scoring chance. His time is better served on the ice.
The Nighthawks scoop it up along the boards. Scooped up along the wall by Baumgartner. Through the neutral zone up along the wing. The Icebreakers have it from their own end. Great hit on the play. Pass back to the point. Petrov lugging the puck. Moved up ahead here in the neutral zone. The Icebreakers get a hold of the puck in the open ice. Looks like we got a penalty coming up here. Whistle stops the play. The Nighthawks are off to the box. Interference the call.
Well, this is a constant parade to the penalty box, just showing a ton of frustration throughout this game. To be honest, I'm surprised the coach even put him back out there.
The Icebreakers have it from the corner. Look out, they can create some trouble here. Extra attackers on the ice with the delayed penalty looming. Here's a pass down low. Flips it up to net. Oh, and it goes off one of her own teammates in front.
Love the pressure on this shift, really dictating pace. They're like a wave of momentum, and they're tough to contain.
Penalty coming up here. The Nighthawks will serve 2 minutes in the box.
Well, you can see in his body language that he's frustrated with himself as he dances to the penalty box for the second time this period. Well, with earlier success on the power play, I think they'll operate in the same fashion, James, in that 1-3-1 setup where they look to work through the flanks because you know they've got some lethal shooters on this team.
Puck scooped up by Petrov. And a delayed penalty coming up as he got tripped up. And let's see what the definitive call is on the ice. The Icebreakers are getting 2 minutes for tripping.
She gets a stick out and between the skates and the opponent goes to the ground. That's a tripping call every time.
Keats won the face-off here in the offensive zone. Oh, pad save. Tremendous agility there by Wagner.
Sorry for jumping in, James, but that was a massive hit.
Look out. Referee signals penalty coming up here with a delayed call. Whistle blown, stopping the play. The Nighthawks have been handed 2 for interference.
Well, it's been a complete blowout, James. Now you take a penalty and it stops the clock. It's a frustrating night. You just want to move on.
The Icebreakers gain possession along the wall. And now it's grabbed by Cap. The Icebreakers will have a chance to go to work here on the man advantage after the penalty expires. Great use of the body to knock him off the puck. Stoppage in play, offside the call.
Well, that's how you get a puck, James. I mean, you recognize the timing it takes to meet your opponent right at the right time. And I mean, that's just an explosive hit, gets the job done.
Jordan's ready to take the draw here on this power play. Keats won the draw here in the neutral zone. Nice play shorthanded as they get control of the puck. Oh, he gets leveled and right over the boards into the opposition bench. All alone. Oh, stopped it. What a save on the play.
And there's nothing technical about that. That is all about the will to find a way to make that save. Incredible, James.
Big time stop there.
Being on the power play is a privilege. Trust me, I know I was never on it, always on the PK. So for those players who didn't execute, yes, they had a comfortable lead, and some would say it's not a big deal, but to each and every one of them,
Well,
it should
we've been
be.
waiting for this. It's going to finally happen.
Well, the frustration has been bubbling over for the past 2 periods, and I think it's coming to an all-time high here now, James, and as a result, they're going to drop the gloves.
And this one's over.
Well, he's been sent to the ice, didn't keep his hands up, and he took one hard. The Icebreakers find a way to send a clear message with that fight. They say, we're not going to be pushed around. We're tough, we're physical, and we're not going anywhere.
Looks like the emotions have settled down. They've got calm back on the ice, and let's get this puck drop once again. And a bad pass, and they'll be forced to start all over again outside the offensive end. The Icebreakers are in the home stretch of this one, leading big time in the third. Sneaks away with the puck after he was tangled up on the draw. Under a minute to go here in regulation time. Oh, what a stick save! There it is! He scores! All over the rebound, and he taps it in! The Nighthawks are showing a little pride here in the third.
And really, that's all that it's about right now. This game is over, and you can see they just want this game and the clock to tick down. They want that final buzzer to go.
Uses the force on that hit. The Icebreakers gain possession. The Nighthawks have the puck now. Penalty coming up as the play's blown dead. Jordan's going to serve a pair for interference. They've got the extra attacker out there, and Cheryl, we know what this means.
Well, you have to get possession with that extra player on the ice. They'll look to win that draw and convert on their opportunity.
Moves it quickly over to Burns. Takes it across the blue line. Fires it into the wide-open cage. It's an empty net goal.
And a sigh of relief as well, as it's a real insurance marker. You put it in the empty cage and you don't ice it, that's a good thing.
Keats ready for the draw on this man advantage. Nice job tying up his opponent. And she shakes off a check. And she's taken down. Penalty coming up.
She's showing her breakaway speed, gets away from the pack, but gets taken down from behind, doesn't get the shot off, and there's going to be a penalty shot.
One-on-one with the goalie. Shuts
I love how aggressive he was, James. Doesn't give the shooter any daylight in that net. Makes a huge save.
Wilson's recognizing they're still short-handed here as they get ready for the face-off. Goaltender gave him nothing as it goes off the side of the net. Lee's looking around near the point. Lets it go. Oh, that was deflected, and he still made the glove save. Takes the pass. And there it is. Well, look at this, Cheryl. They're perfect in the EASHL so far.
Well, it's not often you can say that, is it, James? They get their win and their debut, and that's got to feel good. What it does is it lifts you up. It gives you confidence, and it's a great starting point for their season.